Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and as you can see from the title, today we are here for another no items Super Battle Road, getting these category stages all finished off here. So, Pure Saiyans is one that I've been working on for quite a while. Those of you who I've spoken to about it in private or on Twitter or whatever, I've gotten to the final fight and then died like quite a few times, normally due to my stunners letting me down and then both the enemies deciding to super attack me in the face, which is a very common occurrence on these Super Battle Road runs. So I decided once we got the Rainbow Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I figured he could potentially be the final piece of the puzzle. So I am running a Vegeta family team, double LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas, and Goku does fit under the secondary part of the leader skill for the Super STR types 120%. Now, obviously, being under a slightly lower leader skill on paper would be a bad thing for a no items attempt, but of course you got to remember Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku guards against all attacks. He has a 100% defense buff at the start of the turn, and then because we have the Xeno Vegeta support unit on the team, even though he doesn't give any support to the Goku, he triggers that part of his passive for an extra bit of damage reduction. So he has 14% damage reduction on top of his already built-in defense and ability to guard all attacks. So to go through some of the other units on the team, obviously here we got the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, who got his awakening when Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken came out for Christmas. He is a nuker, he changes orbs, so if we can pick up a whole bunch of tech orbs, he will take very little damage from normal attacks. Now, one thing you will notice probably in this video is the fact that even if you do pick up a ton of orbs, he will still take quite a bit of damage from a super attack. But as you can see here, normal attacks, double digits, 1.5 million attack stat, and then every time he super attacks, he stacks his attack and defense. So yeah, here we go. Of course we get super attacked by Trunks, the one we don't have type advantage over. So we take 180,000 damage, so that's almost half of our health gone in one super attack. So, I mean, I've talked about it in pretty much every other video that we've done so far, but these no item runs, they can end very quickly when stuff like that happens. So, and then yeah, 130 for Majin Vegeta. So the STR Majin Vegeta is on the team mainly because he can fill gaps when the starting rotations aren't so good for your Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or Goku, because he does have Over in a Flash. He also changes orbs to STR, which is very, very good for the LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas, because we need to get them their 18 key super in order for them to be able to tank hits. Before they super, or if they only get their 12 key super, they actually take quite a lot of damage, especially because mine has no dupes. So my Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is literally 55%, and then I think the friend one for this run is either 55% or 69%, only one dupe, because when I came to actually do this, I have a couple of friends that have Rainbow Vegeta set, and I had like the worst RNG possible in the first like 2 turns. So this winning run is actually with a Vegeta that has only one dupe, or maybe even none. I actually can't remember. I'm pretty sure I don't bring up the menu at any point. So yeah, because of their lower stats overall, it's very, very important we get the 18 key super. And as you can see there, even from Goten that we have type disadvantage against, we take double digits from normal attacks. So now normally, depending on your type of team, this could be looking bad so far when you see how much health we've got and the situation that we are currently in. But the great thing about the Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta is that they change all these orbs and they're constantly building up their defense. So they heal you a ton of HP when you pick up that big cluster of same type orbs. So here we managed to get rid of Trunks with the active skill. That means Vegeta in the first slot is in no danger of being super attacked by him again. I put Vegeta in the front slot to get the full 24 key super and enable the Vegeta in the middle to get even more tech orbs, which as you see gave us a huge heal. He's playing it a little bit risky because obviously if Goten decides to super attack and Vegeta doesn't counter it, we will take a lot of damage. But obviously if he doesn't, then there you go, we take next to no damage. So RNG actually coming in on our side for a change, and Vegeta here able to deal a ton of damage thanks to the type advantage as well. So one thing that I've talked about in the no item runs quite a lot is when you have a rotation that is your sort of main defensive rotation, you never want to like finish the fight on that rotation, because it means you have to go into the next fight without your defensive powerhouse rotation like ready to go. So unfortunately it seems like there's not really much I can do here to avoid that from happening. I could like not super with Vegeta or Goku, but because we have the entire STR rotation, we really do want to stun him in case he decides to super. Here we go, he supers first anyway before we get to do anything, but at least he super attacks Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Even with Goku's guarding all attacks and that little bit of damage reduction, he would definitely take a lot more damage than that from a super. So definitely the right choice to put Vegeta in the front slot, and then Goku. I'm actually very surprised. I really thought we were going to kill him that turn. So the fact that I deliberately avoided the super attack with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in the final slot basically saved the day a little bit. Plus it means we get to grab all of these same type orbs for all three of our units here, which means we just get a bunch of free extra HP ready to go into the second fight. So that actually worked out perfectly, and Vegeta easily overkill here, destroy AGL Goten, and then we can move on to fight number 2. And as I was just saying, we're in the perfect position because our starting rotation is Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and the Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So both units able to tank really well, both units able to stun. Depending on the layout of the rotation, I might target the same person, because obviously we have quite an STR unit heavy team. So the Ultimate Gohan is not as much of a danger to us. And wow, look at this. All the attacks are in the first slot. You couldn't ask for anything better than this with Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta on the rotation, because he is just going to soak up all of those hits. I'm saving the SDR orbs for Majin Vegeta because he has that nuking style passive. So we definitely, even though he's not taking hits and we don't really need defense, I definitely want him to actually be able to deal decent damage. But look at this, look at our man Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta out here just taking double digit damage from all the attacks. So we couldn't have asked for a better starting rotation. He gets the stun on Gotenks. Did I target Gotenks as well with Goku? I think I did, just because it's very important that we stun Gotenks this turn. Oh no, I did target Gohan. Do we stun? Okay, we don't stun. Well, there you go. I guess it doesn't matter either way. Obviously, that is the ideal outcome, because the Pure Saiyan Super Battle Road, all 3 fights are 2 enemies. So when we get this rotation, if it's possible for Vegeta and Goku to stun both of the enemies, that puts us in an incredibly good position. And now, I'm going to take the risk, I think, and put Vegeta first. Because if Gohan super attacks, it would be really bad. So I could put Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in the front slot, but he'll actually, strangely enough, even with type advantage, if Gohan only does normal attacks, the Vegeta would take, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta would take more damage from that first hit before he gets his super attack off than Tech Vegeta would here by picking up all of those Tech Orbs. So as you can see, he took no damage whatsoever. And fortunately, Gohan decides to play ball and only normal attack Vegeta Blue, so that's absolutely perfect. And then we get the 18 key super with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So we've done tons of damage to Gohan already, and it's only been 2 turns. Well, this is the second one, and that shows you the power of even just being able to stun one of the enemies. When there's only 2 enemies on Super Battle Road, you can stun one and just focus down damage on the other one. And then ideally you are going to be all good. So again, here we probably want to stun Gotenks first. I do want to try and stun Gohan because he will hit Xeno Vegeta on the end for quite a bit of damage due to the type advantage. Xeno Vegeta, of course, is a support unit, So I did give him quite a lot of dodge, but he will definitely get hit pretty hard by Gohan, and if it's a super attack, then, well, we can forget all about this run. So, I mean, I guess even if it is a super attack, as you're watching this video, we obviously don't die, but it would leave us on next to no HP, and we'd have a lot of work to do to rebuild. But fortunately, I get to breathe a sigh of relief early on as he super attacks Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, which you couldn't ask for better than that, because we tanked that for absolutely nothing. And then we managed to stun Gohan so that he can't do serious damage to Xeno Vegeta on the end. And then Goku coming in with the additional super. But yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. So even with his guarding and that little bit of damage reduction, he still took about 90k from a super. Whereas obviously Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta would have taken somewhere around 30 to 40. But, you know, we're still on like half health. We can't really avoid the Dokkan attack, which is kind of annoying. So we will have to target down Gotenks. I'm going to target Gotenks with the active skill, just so we can do a little bit of extra damage to him, because obviously I'm hoping that the Dokkan attack will be enough to just win the fight for us, because obviously it's going to kill Gohan because he's hanging on by a thread, but I would quite like it to take out Gotenks as well. So we're going to go ahead and grab all of those. That gives us a ton of healing, plus of course we're going to have the Dokkan attack healing on top. We don't manage to get the Ultra Super with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta though, so if Gotenks doesn't get killed by the Dokkan attack plus the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta 12 key super, he will potentially hit Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta quite hard. Now we will get the heal at the start of the next turn, so I think we are looking all good. I don't know, I don't actually remember if the Dokkan attack kills him or not, so let's see what we are going to get here. I want to see big damage because we need the heal. The heal from the Dokkan attack is so important in no item runs. Yeah, 3.08 million. Apparently we didn't take him out, even though it looked like his health bar was completely drained. So I'm fairly sure Vegeta finishes the job here. Yeah, he gets a nice big crit, little bit of overkill. But, I mean, hey, we take that. And look at that. That Dokkan attack gives us full HP to go into the final fight. And we're on the Super Saiyan 3 rotation. So we pretty much couldn't ask for better than this. All we need now is for at least one of our enemies here to get stunned by our Super Saiyan 3s. And then we are absolutely off to the races on this rotation. So I need to try and make sure I can get Vegeta's Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's 18 key super. So I think, yeah, if I do this and grab the int orbs, the STR ones should all drop down. There you go. So remember, with his the bonus key from his passive, Super Saiyan 4 LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta gets 4 key for every single red orb that you pick up. So as you saw, we only had 6 key because we have no key links, but just by picking up 3 orbs, that gave us our 18 key. So Vegeta Jr. goes ahead and supers Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, which again is perfect. He is absolutely the unit that I want them to super if they are going to super. And then we managed to stun Goku Jr. as well, so now we don't have to worry about him super attacking. I did target him twice just to make sure that he gets stunned. So Goku's attack on him, maybe not the best idea, but I don't think he's stunned then anyway, so that's perfectly fine. And then Vegeta able to get big damage. I wanted to make sure, oh that's what, I wanted to make sure that Goku Jr. was stunned, just on the off chance that I either couldn't get the 18 key super with Vegeta, or that he then decided to super attack Vegeta on the end. Because without a counter we would of course taken an absolute ton of damage. Plus then we have Tech Vegeta on the next turn. Even if he picks up a bunch of orbs, if Goku Jr. super attacks him, then yeah, we would probably be taking well over like 200,000 damage, which is not something that we really want at this point. So that puts us in the excellent position of Vegeta being able to super attack first, which buffs his defense even more. So then yeah, Vegeta Jr. dealing no damage to him whatsoever. Unfortunately, not able to get the 18 key super with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta though, so you're going to see here, yeah, 32,000 from each attack, and that's probably only because we have the Xeno Vegeta here for that little bit of defense buff. So that is not the kind of damage we want to take. And then look at that, Xeno Vegeta coming through with the dodge. I think he takes somewhere between like 50k and 60k per normal, so that is very, very useful. And look at this. Oh, look at all these attacks stacked up in the front slot. That is exactly what we want to see. I want to try and save the big chunk of SDR orbs for Majin Vegeta if I can. So let's grab that. And then, yeah, we can get Goku to try and stun Vegeta Jr. And then we'll get Majin Vegeta. We're just going to keep piling in on Vegeta Jr. since he has the lowest health at the moment. And let's see if we can get lucky with the stuns here. I'm not sure if it's now. Okay, yeah. You get the stun on Goku Jr. That's perfect. Vegeta Jr. of course having to get off a super attack again. But at least it's on Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. I mean, you can keep super attacking him all day long as far as I'm concerned. So, Goku. Yeah, okay, it was this turn. There you go. That is the absolute perfect... This is just what we want from our Super Saiyan 3 rotation. We stun both of the enemies, which means we are completely safe next turn to just deal out damage and get our health up a little bit. Oh, and we have both the active skills here as well. So if I remember rightly, I think I'm going to go just all in on Vegeta Jr. and just try and kill him. Because then as soon as we have one enemy left, it just makes it even easier, because then the next rotation is going to be our Super Saiyan 3s. They can both target Goku Jr. Hopefully one of them can stun. I mean, once you get an enemy into like a stun lock on Super Battle Road, it's just GG. So our aim is to finish off Vegeta Jr. this turn and only have Goku Jr. left to contend with. Like I said at the beginning, I have come across this situation before though, so even at this point in the video, I didn't know that it was a guaranteed win here, because we could very easily take out Vegeta Jr., then on the next turn have both of the Super Saiyan 3s fail to stun, and then Goku Jr. super attack whoever's in the final slot, and we take like 200,000 damage. So we're not out of the woods yet. And unfortunately there was no bunch of tech orbs for Blue Vegeta and not any orbs to get the 18 key super for the last Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So hopefully the amount of damage from their 3 attacks should be enough. Yeah, he's pretty low now. Obviously Vegeta, the problem with nuking units is when you can't pick up a huge amount of orbs, they don't do a huge amount of damage. See, even with that crit, only just over 500,000. And we didn't take out Vegeta Jr. But fortunately his health is so low, I think this 12 key super should be enough. And it was. So that leaves us in this position. Yeah, see, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. So Xeno Vegeta, even though he does infinitely stack his defense, it's not really quick enough in like Super Battle Road. He's only super attacked once. So he's not in a position that he's going to be able to tank normals or definitely not supers for any sort of reasonable amount of damage. So this run could very quickly go sour if we don't stun Goku Jr. and then he super attacks Xeno Vegeta. But our boy Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta comes through and we get the stun on Goku Jr. So at this point I'm definitely like breathing a sigh of relief, because not only are we safe, but it means we get the whole of the next turn to dish out some damage. Ideally this is the exact rotation, like the exact position we want to be in. We just want to be keeping him stunned with one person, and then he just can't do anything, and we can just keep laying into him over and over again. We can get the 18 key super here. There's not a huge amount of tech orbs unfortunately for our Blue Vegeta, but some are better than none. I mean, you can see now that his defense is starting to get higher and higher. Even from those 3 orbs we still got a decent amount of HP, so we are pretty much on full health at this point. So we are looking real good, and we're down to what? We're almost down to about half health on Goku Jr. So, like I say, the only thing that could possibly go wrong is if we don't stun him at all with our Super Saiyan 3 rotation. But then, I mean, I guess, spoiler alert, the fact that you're watching this video, obviously we are going to get it done. So, and look at this, we've got tons of orbs. So we should be able to get these for you, grab just 2 orbs for Goku, and then all of those, even though they're not STR orbs, because he gets a ton of bonus key from rainbows as well, then that's all good. So here, this particular turn, because we have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta with his 18 key super, even if we didn't manage to stun Goku Jr., there's pretty much no way we can die this turn, because even if he supered Vegeta and he didn't counter it in the final slot, we would have been all good. But of course, no need to worry, because Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta comes through with the stun, and then Goku gets the stun as well. Then additional supers with another stun. So yeah, stun city on this rotation. So if Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta doesn't finish him off here, I think he's literally going to have like the tiniest sliver of health. So I think it's fairly safe to say, I think this is where I breathe the sigh of relief, because we've got a bunch of tech orbs here for Blue Vegeta. We've got Xeno Vegeta on the rotation for some support. We can grab all of those int orbs with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, so he gets his 18 key super, and then even a super for Xeno Vegeta should he survive up until that final point. So Blue Vegeta, unsurprisingly, without a crit, not able to finish the job. But here comes Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, over 3 million attack stat. Can we get a crit as well? Yeah, we can. Get a nice big crit, 2.1 million to finish the job. And there you go, that is the Pure Saiyans Super Battle Road stage completed with no items used. Pure Saiyans is obviously one of those ones, there's a lot of different options. Like, I know you could probably do it with Goku Family, you could do it with double Blue Evolution Vegetas, because he does have quite a high defensive portion of his leader skill. And then of course that gives you a bit more variation for who to use on the team outside of Vegeta Family, because obviously if you're going to run one of the LR Super Saiyan 4 leaders, you have to run a full team of their family or the sub lead, like we have here with Xeno Goku on the 120 Super SDR types leader skill for Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So Xeno Goku would be absolutely ridiculous if you did this team with the Goku leads. I did actually try it once before doing these Vegeta Family runs, and unfortunately my LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because he's only at 55%, he is very bad at taking damage even after his 18 key super, which is strange because he raises his defense even if you only get the 12 key. But I was finding him a little bit of a liability. And of course, the Vegeta Family team does have the bonus of having Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, who is probably one of the best tanks in the game. And so running the rotation of him and Xeno Goku, as you saw for yourself, was absolutely ridiculous. But there you go. So another stage done, another jewel in the crown of the Super Battle Road King. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. What teams have you done on this stage? I know there's a ton of variations. Have you been able to beat it with no items? We've literally only got a couple of stages left to go, so we are coming in hot with these Super Battle Road no item runs. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. The link is in the description below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.